A little intimidating the first time through. This one's easy.
Yeah.
Don't have any choices to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
There.
Pass down when you're done, Captain.
When I'm done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you answered me the other day in terms of
Jokes to yourself.
Yeah.
house,
Yeah. Well, I know from experience, you probably caught
the
that
historian side of me says,
table talk that goes on.
you're taking me for
In your hall. Stay.
Oh, yeah.
seriously because it's gonna.
One of the things I wish they would have done when they announced
I-
Facebook, and they went, that would have been cool.
Randy's here.
There would have been like a time to, donate something to this studio.
I know.
Take a look.
Sure.
I can take a look and see if there's anything online.
When the bill starts.
Christmas picture. Oh, taking on Main Street.
So
Is that what it is?
So there's, so you do stuff online.
You should see if there's,
Resemble the old newspaper?
Take a look, but
trying to be like community outreachy about it.
You do.
Really?
I think that's great.
Yeah,
You know,
good.
you said,
I will suggest it. It's not my.
He is a very good.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and there's people that have never been inside that building.
Yeah, I remember when
Pen?
I don't know where it came from.
Before. I mean,
The getting place.
get high fiber. No.
Well, about 550 in there. I remember there's going to be some questions. There was
Right?
office. Second level. There was a second level at the back of the building. So when you came down those stairs, you could also go downstairs to go on down
yes,
to the
I
basement.
remember that. Yeah,
Beyond that,
My grandson came through.
no, they were doing like
Had to follow him back.
couple of things, studies and things.
More, Kathleen. Don't you want to?
Know where it's gonna
Is there always three?
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes two, sometimes three.
Thank you. We were talking about it. But he misses it.
We need Sarah, so pass down to Sarah when you're done.
Like kids' sports stuff.
it's like you're coming up.
I am.
Mom and dad, I've been going through their stuff.
Moved in.
Yeah. How
He's moved in. He's enjoying it. He's been in the air
these are
4 days now, I think.
person.
Already flying, so he's enjoying it.
I heard
He's-
about the movie.
Yeah.
That he was very concerned.
Well, it was very emotional.
Hannah's brother moved out.
Yeah,
Down in
tough on him.
Utah.
Tough on him.
No, small. Like teeth.
And he's a very
Interesting. I can't remember the lady. Still.
so he can feel shifts in me.
So,
Careful with that.
ready for Oasis Park.
Okay.
Loads are
Seems sad. Oh my god. Don't
Brenda
say
in
it like
the background.
that. Going to Rotary pilot.
It's our
Wow. Yeah.
park.
So
in that park.
he's in
Nice.
Southern Utah and Cedar City and
City park. I think we lease it to someone to run.
No, it's my experience. No matter what you do,
Property.
somebody's going to.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like,
it is so exciting. That makes it like so bittersweet. It's okay.
yeah,
Be an adult. Stay home and love you forever.
as long as you're civil,
Guys, it went by
you know.
It
When I was the police chief and
seems like a TV
people calling up and they start
So I think it's contrary
wearing it,
middle school
management.
because I told him,
link in there going.
secretary, I'll put up
The high school,
kind of a, just tell them
high school thing to
that, you've been told by the chief that you don't have to police language.
He's like,
Hang up.
all right.
Writing paper.
He's just a fun.
You get paid enough.
Because he's been very easy to have around. So
Nobody does that.
got free deals. I'm excited about that.
Figure.
Remember the whole part. Yeah.
Grades.
He's doing great. He's got a fun roommate from Ireland on exchange.
Yeah, the people doing, well, I was doing traffic control.
Getting to know.
Got really ticked off because of
somebody.
their cheese, basically. That,
Yeah.
you know,
I think the
And
say nasty things to you.
That's exciting.
Okay, well,
hanging place.
Yeah.
I have to get in line.
Review. You get to put down.
Executive session after that.
Because there's not something on the agenda about the water.
I'm not dying to it. I was kind of looking. He's just asking.
Emergency.
I just want to make sure because I'm
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
going to text her and be like,
Yeah.
can't do it.
They did that way.
Totally doing it. Like either way.
no fire drill.
Don't we usually have in a situation like that?
For the repair.
Mm-hmm.
The middle school. Oh, might be on the next one.
Yeah, I
Him.
Meeting will come to order. Let the record show that all council are present and accounted for, and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any additions or corrections to the agenda?
Just a small clerical error on the consent agenda, item D. That should be resolution 25063. So we ask for that motion, or if someone chooses to make that motion, if you can make sure you reference the correct resolution.
All right, great. Thank you, Ray. Public comments, Mrs. Hampton, the floor is yours.
I hand out some pictures.
Sure.
This is the miniature golf. You'll see there's no obstacles there. This is the brush at the south end of the pond. Hi, my name is Brenda Hampton. Just handed out some pictures. Thank you, Mayor Ream and Delay and the new council members for having me. In 2022, we spent many council meetings talking about ping pong. These meetings were not a pleasant experience for me at all. I hope this will be a better experience. My reason for attending the council meetings back then were to ask the council to open ping pong per the state rules for seniors and all year fishing. The council made their own rules, which did not allow seniors to fish in the pond, and they did not keep the pond open all year round. Two different sets of rules were confusing. August 8, 22, the Grant County Journal had an article which stated the pond was going to adopt the state rules. I never did hear this decision from the council at all. The council never did contact me with the update date. The Grant County Journal had a good article. Washington Fish and Wildlife paid for the news time and the new Google list. All that aside, I have some concerns. I have contacted the Fish and Wildlife to find out how the pond is usually stocked and how to restock it. I believe the pond has not been regularly stocked since the derby. Betty told me on Facebook it was the responsibility of Lions Club to maintain the fish in the lake, but I do not think that is correct. The pond is a tourist attraction and should be taken care of. I went there today, 8:31, and people were fishing there. I think Trout Lodge used to put excess fish they had in the pond. That made a variety of fish. I did hear from the Fish and Wildlife, and they said they had stocked it since the derby. It wasn't very stocked this summer, and I don't know the dates when they stocked it. I also walked around on the pond, and there is brush piled at the south end of the lake. You cannot walk around the lake. The brush must be a fire hazard. The brush has been there for many years. Why? The lake water in the RV park should be cleaned up. You used to fish for crappie there. The miniature golf course has no obstacles and has not had for years. Why? Please consider doing some maintenance on the miniature golf course and stocking the pond regularly. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I have been diagnosed with asthma lately, and this weather's getting me.
Deep breath. Take a deep breath. Let's just enjoy this for a minute. Asthma's hitting us all, Brenda. I mean, eyes and all sorts of things are going on. The issue with stocking the pond and stuff, we received an email today from the Department of Fish and Wildlife, and just to quote what they said, they will not be restocking in 2025, but will restock 500 adult rainbow trout in April of 26. And Trout Lodge, as you said, Trout Lodge stocks several hundred large trout then as well. The only accurate count I have is about 500 each April from the Fish and Wildlife. Trout Lodge stocks the pond on their own, and they have no info on numbers. So it sounds like the Department of Fish and Wildlife isn't interested in maintaining that, but it is something that we're going to look into because I agree with you that that's a nifty little pond out there and it should be used. Currently, the Oasis Park, which is from the pond down to Ping's house, for those of us who've been around, that's contracted out. And that's something that we will be discussing with the people who have contracted that, because I agree that it's looking a little rough out there and there needs to be some upgrades. But we're also discussing with them about the entire park because that's been there since a long time. Part of the issue is with the canal and all the things that go with that. But I agree with you. And what we're going to do is take another look at the contract out there and get in touch with them to see what remedies or what options that we have for that. But the bottom line on the fish thing is that the Department of Wildlife says we do it once a year and we're not going to change that. So we've had some discussion with them, but we agree with what your premise is with stuff like that.
Could pay to stock the pond.
We pay?
Couldn't the city pay to stock the pond?
Question for you, Brenda. I read your letter, and I'll defer to your institutional knowledge on this, but my memory was of the fishing side of Ping Pond. It's always been pretty seasonal. This time of year, you get, this kind of weather. The pond's got to be close to 90 degrees. I don't imagine that we have a lot of control over the botany of the.
Talking about this time of year. I'm talking about the summer. It was fished out before now.
That was I'm just referring to my scope of horizon. That's always been the case. Is my memory is that it's kind of hot in the spring, and it's obviously oriented around the youth derby, but it's always been kind of fished out and gets kind of scummy. As you see, like Moses Lake and other places like that are almost unusable this time of year. I don't know that I can do a lot to fight the fact that it's only a 4-foot deep pond, and it gets pretty warm and kind of scummy. It is. You're not wrong, but I don't know that would be very feasible.
More about the water in the park,
In like the golf course area?
right?
Oh,
The RV park. That is really bad.
the water in the water hazard on the golf course?
I don't know if it's the golf course, but it's bad throughout the RV park. I didn't walk the golf.
Kind of in is there a creek or something you're talking about through? Oh,
And you used to be able to fish in there.
okay.
All, very valid concerns that you have. But I think our first step on this is to be able to start a conversation with the people who have that contracted out there to see, the responsibility that falls on both sides with that.
I liked your pictures of the putt-putt course. Looking at it, it looks like it's been well maintained. It's just boring. There's nothing going on. Yeah, it's just
Play it?
right. So that's an interesting thing we'll bring up in discussion and talk with them. I don't know at what point I'm sure they were getting old, but all the old toys and obstacles were removed. I don't know that.
There have been obstacles down there for years.
Interesting. There you go.
Okay.
Why?
Don't know.
Again, we're going to defer back to the contract with the people that are running Oasis Park.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Checkers.
You'll note on the agenda that there's supposed to be a presentation for the Outstanding Performance Award. That's coming, but the presentation has been delayed for another time. But just be aware that once again, our wastewater treatment plant is going to be getting an award. For some of us who have been around for a while, this is not the first time. Well deserved out there. Okay. With changes, need a motion to approve the consent agenda? Moved.
Second.
Okay, look up the pace, Mike. Questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Moved. Sure.
What are you gonna do? South end of the lake? Gotta be a fire hazard.
Again, we're going to have a discussion with the contractor out there and take a look at what our options are.
The lake. That's not the RV park. Been there for years, awesome.
Moving on to ordinances. Second reading for ordinance 2506.
At last meeting, you had, you did the first reading of this. It is the rezone, or actually not the rezone, it is a new overlay over the existing zoning on that block of property. It'd be between fourth and fifth on Alder Street Southwest. And mainly what it's doing is allowing, by approving this, it would allow that brick or block building on the south end of that lot to become both commercial and residential. It's not a true rezone. The underlying general commercial zone is going to stay as is, but it would have that mixed use transition zone, which would allow the residential and a few other items on it. So again, this is the second reading, so if you have any questions, they're willing to answer.
So do we vote on that tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question, sorry, and I missed the first meeting, so I apologize. I did read what you put in the packets. Thank you for the detail. Is a section, the brick building and the mobile home park, or is it just the brick building area? What's the parcel?
The entire piece.
Okay.
And there are already some older existing residences on both pieces. You know, it is a two-piece property. And it will allow those uses to continue. But what it really is doing is allowing that brick building, because it lost its non-conforming use. Because at one point it was allowed for residential purposes. Then it got remodeled and without permits. So this is the fix.
Okay. Is there anything in it right now?
Yeah.
Sort of. Okay.
Sort of. Nothing. Nobody's living in it. But they do want to. Yeah. Right now it's at minimal storage.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry to have to ask that since I missed the first one.
All right, thanks, sir. Other questions? With none heard and in the second reading, we need a motion to accept ordinance 2506, the comp plan amendment.
So moved.
Thanks, Matt. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Phil. Questions? Again? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Items for council action, resolution 25-062, contract with Quality Controls Corporation.
Mayor Council, just bringing this to you. It's a contract where, with all the improvements out at the wastewater treatment plant, to get our existing equipment to talk to the new components and everything. Took steps to make sure that we had someone who's familiar with our system doing that work. Contract probably should have actually came quite a while ago, or the terms were agreed to in 2024, but it's to the point now where they're starting to do work. So it was time to get it to you guys to approve the contract. Enter into the contract.
Need a motion to accept resolution 25-062, the contract with Quality Controls Corporation.
So moved.
Thanks, Mike.
Second.
Thanks, Val. Questions?
Was this a budgeted cost?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's
This is all ironed out by
Yeah.
Grain Osborne before.
That's it. Okay. Thank you. Just making sure.
Grants funded the grant.
Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Resolution 25-064, authorizing the CHIP grant selection.
This one is coming from Dave Bren, our project engineer, grant manager. And it is, you heard it last time, authorizing us to go forward with accepting applications. So we did get one application, and it, so we'll be formally closing the application period. Dave did go through the application. It does fit the standards and requirements. So he does support moving it forward. And then this would also authorize staff to work with the developer to complete the application, which will then come back to you at the next meeting, which we have to have the application in by the 26th this month. So as long as we get it on the next agenda, we're good to go. But again, it is just to allow that developer, and this is referencing a project up in the northeast section of town. It's potential apartments that will, I think, 60 unit apartments. And this will help pay for the infrastructure, all within the city right of way. So it's, but yeah, Dave recommends us go forward, and he's good with what they've submitted, and he's been working pretty closely with them already.
This doesn't generally affect our own grants. It just allows the private contractor to apply for these health program grants.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah. The only thing that he's doing he's providing time.
Right.
There is no money for the application itself.
Right.
So it's more of a benefit to the contractor.
And it helps bring those projects in and helps them pay for that infrastructure. So 60 plus new units, the property taxes everybody would support. It'll more than cover any cost that we will endure.
Thanks, Ron. Any other questions? Need a motion to accept resolution 2564, the CHIP grant selection.
So moved.
Thanks, Matt.
Excuse me, isn't that 63? Didn't you change that to 60?
Oh, yeah, 63.
This one's
No, that was a different one.
Oh, that's a different.
I was goofed up. There's chips and chip seals. So one's roads and one's health.
Incorrect. I'm sorry. Mr.
Child,
Mayor.
I had to look it up. Child Health Improvement Program.
Maybe
like
you
that.
need to go back to the cows.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was a curveball. Ron did it on purpose. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Infrastructure. Got it.
So
Okay.
it is resolution 25-064.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mike? Okay. Resolution 25-065.